Welcome students. In today's class, we will start with the discussion of the chapter body movement. Yesterday we had discussed the very short answer type questions. Today we will discuss some objective type of questions. Okay, so question number 1. The forearm has two bones. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to tell whether this statement is true or false. Number 1, the forearm has two bones. Whether it is true or false. Yes, it is true. The cartilage is harder than a bone. Is it true or false? It's false. The finger bones do not have joints. Is it true or false? You can rotate, you can do this with the finger bone. You can move the finger bone because joints are there. So if there would have been no joint, it would have been straight like this. We wouldn't have moved it. Okay. So it is a false statement. Next, the cockroach has three pairs of legs. Is it true? Yes. It is the characteristics of the insect that it is having three pairs of legs and two pairs of wings. Next, cockroach have an outer skeleton. Is it true? Yes, it is true. They have, I hope you have all of you seen the external outer skeleton. So this is the exoskeleton which the cockroach is having. It is brown colored. A snail is made up of bone. What do you think? No. Snail is made up of shell. I mean, it has got shells and within it has got a muscular foot and a muscular body. So, in any way, it doesn't have the bone. And so, the movement and locomotion of all the animals are same. What do you think? No, because the movement of the human being cannot be similar with the movement of the earthworm, and the movement of earthworm cannot be similar with the movement of fish. So every animals have their different pattern of movements. Now you've got to tell, or you have to fill up the blanks. First one, a combination of the bones and the cartilage. Where the bones and cartilages are present, they are forming skeleton. Okay, they are forming the structure which is called the skeleton. The upper part of our ear, this one, upper part, you must have seen, if you hold the ear, upper part, this one, you can see a bone, semi soft. That means the structure which is much less softer, which is much less harder than the bone. This structure is known as the cartilage. The joints of the bones help in movement of the body. This is an example. What is movement? Okay. Next, the bones of the elbow are joined by a dash joint. What? Elbow movement you can do in this direction. Can you turn? Like you are about to turn the entire shoulder, but the elbow portion you cannot turn in sideways. So it is a hinge joint. The contraction of the dash pulls the bones during movement, contraction between muscles, and the side to side movement of the dash helps the fish to go forward. What? It is the side to side movement of the tail. Okay, very good. Now there are, say, column A and column B, or column 1 and column 2, which you have to uh, meet so that they can form a meaningful sentence. Upper jaw, so in column A the combinations are, I mean the options are upper jaw, fish, rib, snail and cockroach, whereas in the column 2 it is the have fins on the body, has an outer skeleton, can fly in an air in an immovable joint, protects the heart, shows very slow movement and have a streamlined body. These options are there. So what is the true answer? Upper jaw is an immovable joint. I told you today also while I was discussing that upper jaw with the skull, it is a fixed joint. All the movement activity is done by the lower jaw. Upper jaw remains safe, like it has no movement. Then the fish, they have a fins on their body. Then the ribs are they are protecting the heart. Snail is eating, showing a very slow movement, and cockroach can fly in the air. So these are some of the objective type questions. I hope by these objective type of question the entire chapter is very clear to you. Tomorrow again we'll discuss some other type of question. Till then, all of you stay safe. Thank you.